Good morning, everybody. Kyle Davis here, Integrity Financial Group, your retirement planning specialist for Generation X and Millennials. Great to have you. Great to see you. I'm excited. I'm excited because guess what? If you're in the networking scene at all in East Orlando, Coffee Club is back. Coffee Club is back. I am so excited. I am. I can't even, guys. I'm losing my mind over here. We have been doing this for, gosh, I've been involved in Coffee Club for like 9 years, and my understanding is it was going on well before that. But the East Orlando Chamber took it over like 7-8 years back, and it's been our flagship networking meeting in East Orlando, and we're doing it virtual right now. So if you have never been to a coffee club, I would highly encourage you to go to eocc.org and check it out. It is probably my all-time favorite thing that we do for networking. So I'm really excited, if you can't tell, to have Coffee Club back. So thank you, East Orlando Chamber, for figuring it out. And we're starting virtual, then we'll get back to normal hopefully soon, right? But today I want to talk about something that I don't think is talked about nearly enough. And that's the concept of opportunity cost. And what's opportunity cost? You may have heard that term before, but you know, what does it mean exactly? Opportunity cost basically means the lost opportunity on any dollar that is spent. In other words, you have two things you can do with a dollar, right? Sorry, my phone's going off here. When you have a dollar, you have two things you can do with it. You can either spend it or you can put it away, right? Put it away meaning, you know, you can throw it under a mattress or in a jar, or you can put it in a savings account and earn a tiny bit of interest, or you can invest it. So either save it or put it away. That's how I like to think of it. The opportunity cost on any dollar that you spend is what it would have earned for you had you put it away. And what does that mean exactly? So quick example. We'll take a look at this together. I think this brings it into focus very succinctly, very simply. We're just going to look at the opportunity cost on $1,000, just as a nice, clean example. So let's say you have $1,000 and you're 37 years old, and you can average 7% in your investments over time. And we're talking about a long time frame, 30 years. Now interestingly enough, I chose 37 and 30 years for a reason. That is because if you are 37, then in approximately 30 years, you will be full Social Security retirement age as of right now in 2020. That's what it is. It's age 67. So this is showing if you have $1,000 that you're putting away at 37, you can average 7% until you're fully at full Social Security retirement age. So to find out the opportunity cost on $1,000, we use a very easy calculation that we've looked at before called future value of a single sum calculation. Basically says, hey, for any sum, if we leave it alone and just let it earn and let it cook for a number of years at X return, what will we have? So very simple, we've got our $1,000 here. And this is our formula, 1 plus the decimal point of the rate of return, so 7% return, raised to 30th power, because we're talking 30 years. So you've got your factor here, $1,000 times 1.07 raised to 30th power, that gets you 7.61. So basically, you've got a 7.61 times multiplier on your $1,000. So that means that if you have $1,000 at 30, and you let it sit for 30 years at 7% rate of return, you will have $7,612.26. So the opportunity cost on spending that $1,000 is very simply this sum total minus the $1,000. So what I'm saying is, your $1,000 would have been worth $76,12.26 if you'd have let it sit. So the opportunity cost is $6,612.26. So that really kind of frames it differently. I mean, every purchasing decision that you make, every cash outlay, if you're really thinking from that wealthy standpoint, if you're thinking like a bank, if you're thinking like a financial pro, you need to be looking that far in advance. So, I mean, if you're seeing that number on the other screen, if you're seeing that your $1,000 at those assumptions is turning into $7,612, boy, that motivates me to go find $1,000 today and invest it. That's just me personally. But pretty interesting stuff, don't you agree? I think we need to talk about opportunity cost more, because it really gives that long-term perspective on my decisions today. You know, I could go spend that $1,000 and I probably would never think of it ever again. I would never think of it again. But knowing that that long-term value of that $1,000 can actually be much more makes you think twice. Now, I'm not saying we need to deprive ourselves of living our lives just because we understand a big financial concept. I know this is what it'll be later. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if you start to look at your money differently, you will then start to think differently and act differently with your money. And that's very, very powerful. I actually did a short video on this concept 8 years ago. Like when I was in my first couple of years getting rolling, I did a video on this concept of opportunity cost. And to this day, it sticks in my brain. To this day, it sticks in my brain. When I see our bank account getting above a certain point, boy, I'm like, oh man, I wonder if I could weasel another $1,000 into my investments. You know what I mean? It makes you think differently when you understand the long term. When you really understand the long term and you understand this $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and hey, what's my contribution at work plus match doing and what am I doing outside? When you start to put all that together and frame it around this concept, then you start fleshing out something real and something that you can hang your hat on. So if you ever want to explore what that looks like for you, you can give me a call. I'm a retirement planning specialist. I specifically love working with Millennials and Generation X. Those are my people. I'm going to go ahead and sign out for today, guys. I appreciate you joining me today. This is Kyle Davis, Integrity Financial Group, your retirement planning specialist. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy the new animation.